But I want to invite our final keynote speaker. He is the Managing Director at UBS Wealth Management. He has played professional basketball in Spain. He joined the Investment Management Division of Goldman Sachs in 1998 as a financial analyst. In 2000, he was promoted to an associate. He assumed co-responsibility for managing over 2.7 billion of core equity managed portfolio as a member of the largest UK and Ireland coverage team. Darren joined UBS Wealth Management in 2001. He graduated from Stanford University in 1996 with an AB in human biology. He's active in the community with the West London Basketball Project and a whole host of other organisations. He is also another long-standing supporter of these awards. I give you Darren Allaway, Managing Director at UBS.
Goodness. I don't think my own mother could announce me with the same amount of pride that you just did. It's amazing. My mother is actually here, so we'll ask her. I'm not going to talk long. This is a relatively warm room. Everyone's hungry and everyone's thirsty, I'm sure. And you have heard some unbelievable speakers this evening, truly. I mean, if you can get a copy of this digitally, get it and keep it and look at it in 15 years and just think about some of the people that you've had here, and not forget me, some of the people that you heard speak to you today, unbelievable. And I'm doing okay. But these guys, honestly, amazing. I've had a few emotions. I'm not generally, my family will tell you I'm not the most emotional person. I'm probably the least emotional person in the room, actually. But I had some emotions that kind of welled up through me this evening. Some anger, a little anger, some envy, a lot of happiness, a bit of elation, lots of empathy. Somebody went to Monarchs, somebody went to Leighton Sixth Form, somebody went from East London to Kingston. I used to go from East London to Kingston to play basketball twice a year, and that is just such a trek. You to do that every day, it's unbelievable. Sadness, a bit more anger, even more anger. Some rage then, kind of at the start when people were saying you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. But some relief as well towards the end of the proceedings, because goodness me, for you guys to have gone through all of that and to have made it where you've made it, it's a huge sense of relief that you guys have made it through this. Incredible, and the fact that a lot of my family's here, and those are the people that raised me. So I'm relieved that you guys have seen real adversity, and I saw some adversity when I was a kid, but I'm so grateful that I had a massive kind of family who are still, as you can see, around me and with me, who have helped me, and I'm sure you guys have similar, if not exactly the same situations. But my kind of predominant emotion was pride, and I feel like this every year. I think it's my 5th year here now, and I feel like I'm alumni. I feel like I'm coming back to a nice gathering with a new class of entrants and some people who've been here before, some people I've met before. Hopefully I don't say the same thing every year, but it's just a kind of an awesome feeling of pride that this is snowballing. I think this organization, LSBC, and we'll get to thanks in a minute, but I think it's kind of reached its tipping point. We've talked every year now about getting press here, making it a bit bigger, and it is there now. It's going parabolic, and you, I'm sure, as alumni of LSBC, will start to see in the press. Go and tell people about what you've accomplished, what you've achieved. Tell people about this organization. You will start to hear it in the press. You'll start to hear your classmates speak about it. This is an organization that has nothing but fantastic growth ahead of it. And if we can triple the size of this room in the next 2 or 3 years, and we at UBS are incredibly proud and humbled and privileged to be a part of it, it would do my heart a huge amount of service. Anyway, so very quick closing thoughts. A few personal, some I've already done, and some of my UBS capacity. First, on behalf of UBS, again, I'd like to thank Diane for her inspirational leadership of LSBC. largely responsible for this unbelievable evening that we've had. Even though my school days slightly predate the establishment of LSBC, which of course is the only reason I didn't get one of these awards. Obviously, I would have had one of these awards. You can speak for yourself, Trevor. No, that's not true. That's absolutely not true. He's absolutely right. We really are privileged to be, invited to support this great organization. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your vision. Thanks to all the UBS volunteers and Diane's, I would imagine, incredibly busy staff over the last few days, who've organized this evening flawlessly. Amazing, other than the mics that have been going up and down from time to time. Special thanks to the parents of these amazing students. I can't really call you kids, because every time I come back, you guys kind of stay the same age, but I get a bit older. But it's not kids, you guys are. You're truly, the word student just resonates throughout the room here today. I can imagine the parents have sacrificed a huge amount to get their kids to this level of recognition and notification. After being blown away by some of the stories today, it's important that you guys don't lose the impetus that tonight has afforded you. There's a huge amount of momentum that I hope you feel now you've been recognized for incredible achievements. You're at the very, 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 very top of your cohort, and it's important that you remain there. And even more important, as countless of the previous speakers have said this evening, it's so important that you make sure that you have your hand out behind you to make sure that you can drag people along with you. Because, being a black professional at a reasonably high level feels, almost soul-destroyingly lonely from time to time. And it's important now that I can see on this side of the room there are people like me, and you now can see that there are people like you, and there are people like you're going to be in 5, 10, 15 years. And all of us have essentially run the same path, but in a slightly different way, like a kind of bizarre fractal diagram. All of you will walk your own path, but it's important that you tell the people behind you, you show the people behind you that this path is a path that's worth sacrificing for and worth endeavoring. You're incredible achievers. You have that awesome responsibility. Make sure you preach the gospel of achievement, and make sure you preach the gospel of LSBC. Make sure they know, like you know, that the choices you make now and the choices that you have made make a huge impact on the choices that you'll be able to make in the future. Thanks again, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Diane.